Good morning, students. As I told in the last class that I'll be showing you one short video clip on showcasing actually the problems faced by a farmer to sell his crops. The video is based on true incidents. The village they have picked in the video is Mandi village. The language used in the video is basically Marathi, but you can well understand everything going on in the video through the subtitles. Please have a look at the video. Just listen to it without having any other sort of disturbance. It is really important that being Indians, we understand that we exist because of our farmers who provide us with all these crops, food grains, fruits, and vegetables. And we really need to know exactly what goes with them in reality. So, the video is actually going to show you the hardships farmers face for selling their harvest, and it just shook me from inside. We really exist because of them, and this is what they get in return. All hi-fi developments, it must be stopped. First, help them sow and sell their crops. I really, after seeing that video, I really feel like one useless person who can only share the video with the people, with the public, and not do anything else. So please watch. This is the least we can do to feel a little empathetic about their condition, about their miserable condition, actually. I really liked somebody quote. I just want to quote somebody from the comment section in that video. Somebody has actually commented really apt that this film should be shown every time to the audience before they start any other movie in the city theaters. It may do more good than playing national anthem, actually. So I'll take you to that video first. Let's get started.
दोन दिवसावर पोळ आला हे नंदूच्या साजासाठी. वर्षभर कष्ट करूनी पिकविलेस मातीतून मोती. घेऊन जा बाजाराशी नाही हव्यास पैशाची. दोन घास सुखाचे मिळावे हीच आस देवाशी.
काय रे?
बाबा मी पण येतोय
कुठं?
तुमच्यासोबत मोठ्या शहरात.
काय मोठ्या शहरात? हा, कामाच टायमाला ताण देतं. बळ घरी, शाळेत जा. चला.
अरे हेलिकॉप्टर.
गणे, तू कसा आला?
असंच उडी मारली आणि चढून गेलो.
उतरू दे खाली, तंगडच तोडून हातात देतो तुझ्या.
मला कधीच काही घेत नाही. मागच्या वेळी जत्रेतून फक्त गाडी घेतली होती, ती पण लाकडाची. मला हेच हेलिकॉप्टर
अरे
पाहिजे.
अरे, परतून आलो की मग घेऊ. हा, रडू नको. गणे, इथंच थांब बरं का, जाऊ नको कुठं.
हा ठेव तिकडे. दानाजी,
हा
10 क्विंटल कांदा भरतोय तुझा. 50 पैसे किलोने रेट पडेल.
फक्त 50 पैसे? अहो साहेब, मागच्या टायमाला तुम्ही चांगला वाढून भाव दिला होता, ₹100 दिला होता.
अरे बाबा, तो टाइम वेगळा, हा टाइम वेगळा. सगळे दिवस काय सारखे असतात वे?
नाही पण 50 पैसे म्हणजे लयच कमी होते ना साहेब.
अरे बाबा, मार्केट लय डाऊन चाललंय. ते बघ किती कांदा सडत पडलाय, बघितलं का?
50 पैसे म्हणजे लयच कमी होते ना.
ए अरे, तो टेम्पो भरला नाही अजून. हा, खायला खायला सांगितल्यावर लगेच उड्या मारत येशील. यावेळेस आपल्याला द्यायचं ना केशवराव. हा, आपल्या स्टॉल शिवाय कुठं जायचं नाही. हा, काय ठरवा बाबा, सांगा बाबा पटकन.
काय भाऊ साहेब, खताचे पैसे वाढले, बियाच्या पण किमती वाढल्यात, आता लावलेले पैसे पण निघणार नाही मग एवढं.
अरे बाबा, तुझं किती कमी कांदा आहे? जास्त असते तर देऊ शकतो ना भाव. तेव्हा केशवराव 70 क्विंटल कांदा आहे. हा, त्याला मी 75 पैसे भाव देऊ शकतो ना, कारण की त्याच्यावर जास्त फायदा आहे.
आपली जमीन नाही ना तेवढी, पण म्हणजे काहीतरी करा, थोडी वाढवा. पैशाची गरज आहे हो मला.
बर, 60 पैसे किलोने लावतो.
60 पैसे?
याच्यावरती नाही देता येणार. बघ काय करतो सांग लवकर. हा, करू का पावती?
किती होतात 60 न?
600 होतात
सगळीचे?
हा. हा,
ठीक.
दानाजी पांढरे 1000 किलो कांदे 60 पैशांनी, 600 रुपये वजा इतर खर्च. खमाली 65 रुपये. हा, तोलाई 50 रुपये. मंडी पुनर्विकास 50. हे टेम्पो भाडं 650 रुपये.
650 ते टेम्पो
स्टँडर्ड रेट आहे बाबा.
ते लय झाले 650.
स्टँडर्ड रेट आहे ते. काय माझ्या कशात जाणार आहे का तवा? हा, सगळे मिळून होतात 815. हा हा, आता एकूण खर्च वजा इतर खर्च.
-215.
हा, 215 - 215.
म्हणजे मीच 215 द्यायच तुम्हाला?
हा, द्यावी लागतील ना.
असं कसं? कांदे पण आमचे आणि पैसे पण आम्हीच देऊ.
आयला दानाजी, तुझं पोरग लय चॅप्टर दिसतंय. हा, शांत कर त्याला.
तू शांत बैस. अहो पण साहेब, मला पण 4 पैसे भेटले पाहिजे की नाही? हा,
अरे बाबा, रेट काय आम्ही ठरवतो का? युनियनने ठरवलेला रेट आहे ना. काय लवकर बोल, आम्हाला लय कामं पडली.
अहो थोडी तरी दया माया दाखवा साहेब. घर खर्चाला दमडी नाही माझं, आणि तुम्हाला कुठून देणार मी पैसे?
तुझी इकडे यायची वेळ चुकली. हा, एक काम कर, तुला एक नंबर देतो सावकाराचा, कमी व्याजात पैसे देईल.
व्याज? नाही, आता नाही घेऊ शकत मी आणखी व्याजानं पैसे. मी साहेब, मी ना माझा माल घेऊन जातो वापस.
हा,
नाही ना, तुम्ही काय बी भाव लावायला लागले. बरे आपले कांदे भर.
अरे येडा का खुळा तू?
मी कुठून देऊ तुम्हाला पैसे आता? बरे आपले कांदे भर.
अरे तू काय म्हणजे परत घेऊन चाललोय कांदा?
मग काय, मग तुम्हाला कुठून देऊ मी?
अरे बाबा, तू हे परत घेऊन गेलास तरी तुला इतर खर्चाने हे द्यावेच लागणार आहे. हा, परत टेम्पोचं रिटर्न भाडं आहेच बोखंडी. माझं आई 215 रुपये दे आणि वय मोकळा.
बाबा, मला घरी जायचंय.
हा, अरे थांब, पावती तर घेऊन जा.
काय नाही होत बाबा, आपण पुढच्या पिकाला घेऊ हेलिकॉप्टर. तुला कांदे पाहिजे ना?
देव बोलतो उन्नत पिकातून, देव डोलतो शेता शेतातून. कधी होऊनी अन्नदाता भिकारी, पर्जन्याशी आर्त पुकारी. विना काय पावसाच्या असून धरती ताणलेली, कोणी हाक ऐकेल का त्याची, हीच आस सरकाराशी. वर्षभर कष्ट करूनी पिकविलेस मातीतून मोती.
Welcome back. I hope you all got the real idea of what agricultural marketing exactly is and what are the real problems associated with farmers. You could see that, to sell his produce, the net bill which is made there, he actually ends up paying for selling his onions, and he could not even go by not selling his onions because he again had to pay then more than that amount because he needed to pay for transportation. Um, Let us get back to the solutions of agricultural marketing. What can be done to prevent such exploitation? The first we discussed yesterday was regulated market yards, where farmers can sell their produce in transparent conditions. They will not be manipulated in terms of weight and prices of their crops and harvest. The second measure taken by the government, this is an important topic. What steps are taken by the government to improve agricultural marketing? So these are the steps. So to improve agricultural marketing, the second step is infrastructure facilities. Here, infrastructural facilities which are required, which are talked about, is actually related to marketing and not for producing the crops. So we will not write under infrastructure, irrigation facilities and all because they are um, needed to produce the crops. But for marketing the crops, that is to finally sell it after the harvest and make it reachable to the final consumers, what all infrastructure is needed? The government aims to provide physical infrastructure facilities like roads, railways, because they need good connectivity. Otherwise, their produce will go waste and they will not get anything in return. So there has to be good roads and railways, warehouses where they can store to sell at a better price later. Go downs, cold storages, and processing units so that further processing of their grains, fruits, and vegetables can be done. In the processing units, a lot of people are also employed. So agriculture, primary sector, that way gives employment to a big population actually. So this is the kind of infrastructure which needs to be developed, and government is aiming to provide such physical infrastructure facilities. But the topic only concludes with that the current infrastructural facilities are quite inadequate to meet the growing demand and they need to be improved. It just ends up with this line with a little hope it can provide. Third is cooperative marketing. Cooperative marketing is where all the sellers are going to, cooperate with each other regarding the price and the output they are going to sell. You can relate it with the biggest example of the cooperative society, that was Amul. Anand Milk Union Limited is the full form, where all the milk sellers, they together decided to finalize the price for their milk and everything. That is also one good project topic for yourself. Cooperative societies, how they are working in India. You can pick up the biggest five cooperative marketing societies or cooperative productive societies. Cooperative societies can be anything. This is for marketing, so we are going to talk about cooperative marketing societies. Otherwise, people cooperate for production also, for buying loan and all everything. The aim of cooperative marketing is to realize fair prices for farmers' products. Under this, marketing societies are formed by farmers to sell the output collectively and to take advantage of collective bargaining in order to obtain better price. What is done in the cooperative marketing? Marketing societies are formed by farmers. They will sell their output collectively in that farmer, so that, see, union is strength. If all the farmers decide that we are not going to sell our produce at less than 10 rupees per kg or maybe 30 rupees per kg, so, and if all of them, are determined, are committed to their decision, then no buyer can buy their product at less than that price. And these are all essential goods. The world needs them. So they can really have an upper hand in this case. The ball will be the ball is going to be in their court. So this is how marketing societies help. When the farmers, they decide to sell the output collectively, and then they take advantage of collective bargaining in order to obtain better price. Milk cooperatives in Gujarat have been very successful in transforming the social and economic conditions of Gujarat and some other parts of the country. However, cooperatives have received a setback during the recent past because of inadequate coverage of farmer members. Like, it was not able to cover enough farmer population in its societies. So this is one setback. Second, lack of appropriate link between marketing and processing cooperatives, because they want to sell their output to the processing cooperatives. So there needs to be enough link between them, between the marketing cooperative and the processing cooperative. Then only they will be able to sell their output. So there was not good link actually between these two cooperatives, and inefficient financial management. All this actually again can be improved if farmers are basically educated, so they can manage their finances also very well. So though they formed cooperatives and all, but then they were not able to, manage their finances and everything. So we have talked about three steps taken by the government: regulated markets, infrastructural facilities, cooperative marketing, and last is different policy instruments announced by the government. To protect farmers from exploitation, government announced a lot of policy instruments, and one such instrument is actually MSP, minimum support price. This you learned in 11th class also under price flooring, that whenever producers don't get the fair share of price for their produce, then government sets limit on the minimum price producers will get while selling their product. And government has announced minimum support price, MSP full form you should be knowing. Many students still don't know the full form of MSP. So MSP is minimum support price, that is the minimum price required to be given to the farmers to support them. So to safeguard their interest, government fixes MSP of various agricultural products like wheat, rice, maize, cotton, sugarcane, pulses. MSP is a very, very interesting topic to research on and find all the details. MSP, like how many products MSP is announced every year, in how much time do they revise MSP, do the government actually buy all the remaining output which is left uh, after selling in the market at MSP? Are Is it enough, the MSP which is announced, is it enough for the farmers to get their fair share of return? This is a very interesting topic to research about. Okay, so such a price may be regarded as an offer price at which the government is willing to buy any amount of grain from the farmer so that their output does not go waste. Even if they are not, like, if the MSP on rice is set at 10 rupees per kg, let us suppose, you don't think that MSP is too high. This is the minimum price which the farmers get. Like you saw in the video, it was 60 paise in the market where he went to sell. So government would give just 2 rupees for that. That's it. So it is just the minimum price. So you can see, and on rice, farmers enjoy the highest MSP, I suppose. So farmers are mostly interested in producing rice and all. So there was over cultivation of rice in India at a time. Please learn about this topic actually in detail. Again, this is a really interesting topic to write a project on. And then government, if farmers are not willing to buy any amount of grains, if other buyers are not willing to buy any amount of grains at MSP, if government has fixed 2 rupees MSP and that market buyer was not willing to buy at 2 rupees, so the farmers can sell to the government. Okay, next is maintenance of buffer stocks. The Food Corporation of India (FCI) purchases wheat, we all know about this now, and rice at the procurement prices. The procurement price is nothing but MSP. At which price do they procure these wheat and rice? At MSP. To procure means to obtain. To maintain buffer stock. Buffer stock is created in the years of surplus production and is used during shortages. Like these days, uh, government has been using its buffer stock to because they are giving it free to the needy and all. So buffer stocks are being used now. It helps to ensure regularity in supply and stability in prices, because if during some calamity or any other problem, either natural or artificial, if food goes out of supply, if food goes out of stock, if there is a shortage in food, then the prices would go really high. And being an essential good for survival, this will, this will affect adversely to big population, in fact the entire population, when the food prices go high. So there is a need to maintain food security, and with food security we just don't mean that getting enough food during good days. During bad days also the country should maintain enough stocks of food for survival. And the third instrument, which is announced by the government, which is made use of by the government, is PDS. So these three are actually interrelated. First, government procures at MSP, then government maintains buffer stocks, and finally it sells those buffer stocks through public distribution system, or you can call them fair price shops or ration shops. The PDS in our country operates through a network of ration shops or fair price shops. They offer essential commodities like wheat, rice, kerosene, etc. at a price below the market price to the weaker sections of the society. So, sorry, these are the steps taken by the government to improve agricultural marketing, to avoid the loss in the harvest produced. So these instruments aim to protect the income of farmers and to provide food grains at a subsidized rate to the poor. So I hope all these steps taken by the government is clear. We did 4 measures to improve agricultural marketing. Regulated markets, which is protecting farmers from malpractices of sellers and brokers. Then infrastructural facilities like roads, warehouses, etc. Cooperative marketing to realize fair price for farmers' products, and different policy instruments. It is in sequence: MSP first to obtain those crops, then maintenance of the buffer stocks after procuring those crops, and finally selling it through ration shops or fair price shops to the weaker sections of the society to maintain um food stability, accessibility, affordability, and everything. So let's conclude the topic. Agricultural marketing has come a long way with the intervention of the government. Yes, we cannot deny it that there have been tremendous improvements in agricultural marketing over the years. However, despite of government intervention, agricultural markets are still dominated by the private lenders like money lenders, because we need thousands of regulated markets even now. So still these people are dominated by money lenders, rural political leaders, big merchants, and rich farmers. The quantity of agricultural products handled by the government agencies and consumer cooperatives constitutes only 10%. So you can just see the total output which is handled by the government agencies and those regulated markets and everything, or and including the cooperatives because they are also registered. They are also working in a formal way. It just constitutes 10%, while the rest is still handled by the private sector. And you could see in that video at last there was given one bill which was the actual bill on which the video is actually based, and in that bill the amount was given in minus, that is the person ends up actually paying for his for selling his produce. And the date to which that bill the bill actually dates back to 2018, only some month in 2018. So it is not that old. We are just talking about recent times. It is still happening. Farmers are exploited like anything. You know, even after producing all these crops, they are not in the hopes of getting anything from these private buyers, traders, merchants, and they are also exploited by the rich farmers because their produce is so much more. And these farmers with small land holdings, they have nothing but small amount of output. I hope the topic is really clear. So it is often argued that commercialization of agriculture offers tremendous scope for farmers to earn higher incomes, provided the government intervention is restricted. I don't think so that agriculture should be commercialized like this unless and until farmers are educated. We should not be restricting government intervention in this case. Let's talk about some emerging alternate marketing channels. See, the problem is that there are a lot of middlemen between farmers and consumers. So the solution is to eliminate those middlemen as much as possible. What is important is that farmers, need to come directly in contact with their consumers so that they get the right price for their output. And to do that, there have been some emerging alternate marketing channels for the farmers. Some of them are discussed here. First is origin of farmers market. Farmers market is where farmers will themselves sell their output to the consumers. So farmers can increase their incomes if they directly sell their produce to consumers. As a result, the concept of farmers market was started to give boost to the small farmers by providing them direct access to the consumers and eliminating the middlemen. Really a wonderful and like commendable step by the farmers in this area. Some examples of these channels are where farmers actually come in direct contact. Again, you can read about all them in detail. Please go and read. If you are a little bit moved, just go and read about all these farmers markets, how the farmers are actually coming in direct contact with the consumers to sell their produce. One of such examples is Apni Mandi in Punjab, Haryana, and Rajasthan, Hadaspur Mandi in Pune, Raithu Bazaars in Andhra Pradesh. They are very successful examples of farmers market. Uzavar Sandis, that is again farmers market in Tamil Nadu. This picture shows belongs to Apni Mandi. It is an initiative to encourage farmers to directly market their produce without being exploited by middlemen or traders. So these are some various examples of farmers market. Apni Mandi in usually the northern area, Punjab, Haryana, and Rajasthan. Hadaspur Mandi in Pune. Raithu Bazaars we have in Andhra Pradesh, and Uzavar Sandis Farmers Market in Tamil Nadu. Just read about the year when they were started, and how many farmers are connected with these farmers market, and what prices they are receiving for their produce, how it is different from the prices they were receiving from the money lenders or the merchants or the big traders and everyone. Just read about all that, take out some good information, involve yourself into reading these topics in detail. Again, you can make really good use of these days by drafting out a really impressive project in economics on any such topic we are doing these days. Okay, the other examples of alternate channels we'll take in the next class. Also, we'll talk about the need to diversify the production, diversify the activities in rural areas. We need to go from farming to non-farming areas of rural India actually, because again it is crowded, the farm sector. Till then, this much is enough for you to go through and have a deep understanding of the topic. Take care. God bless you all.